And now for your geometry lesson. Just kidding. I swear. Let's take a look at the newest IEM from Audeze, the Euclid. But before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos on the latest audiophile gear. Now, I know you weren't looking for math here, but perhaps you know that Euclid was the father of modern geometry. And, well, Audeze named its newest earphone after the Greek mathematician. Euclid wasn't any old mathematician, and the Euclid isn't any old in-ear monitor. It's a closed-back, single planar magnetic driver IEM that Audeze says has the highest dynamic range of any in-ear in its size category. Now, I'm a big fan of planar magnetic headphones. Their excellent bass, detail retrieval, and smooth, relaxed sound had me hooked pretty much from the get-go. At $12.99, the Euclid's price competes with some full-size Audeze headphones. I love Audeze headphones, with the LCD-X being among my favorites, but they're a tad heavy and aren't exactly ideal for extended wear. But the Euclid has the advantage of being portable and easy to drive. They're also really nice looking. The earpieces are not small, but their unique shape really works for my ears, providing a snug fit that didn't need adjusting once I put them in place. The earpieces are precision milled from solid aluminum with a matte black finish. The carbon fiber faceplates feature a cool holographic design with a raised A. Now, this is a demo pair with a silver A. The retail Euclid features black with gold accents that look both elegant and cool. And sexy too. The black braided cable is 3.5 millimeters and unbalanced with gold-plated MMCX connectors. Bluetooth and 4.4 millimeter balance cables are available as options. The cable routes behind the ear, so there's no need for ear hooks. I found it very easy to disconnect the earpieces from the cable, but they felt completely secure when attached with a reassuring click. The Euclid's driver incorporates Audeze's patented phaser waveguides to eliminate the phasing and distortion that's typical of closed-back in-ears. The efficient single-driver design also includes Audeze's patented Fluxor magnets and Uniforce voice coils to further reduce distortion, improve sensitivity, and create superior coherency across the entire frequency spectrum. Check out our written review linked below for more technical details. Now, if I've calculated correctly, there's that math again. It's time to talk about sound. So I expected a planar magnetic sound with the Euclid. Natural, musical, relaxed, and detailed. Those terms definitely describe the Euclid. The bass response is a little lighter than I anticipated. The sound is full body and satisfying, but the bass didn't jump out at me. But what the Euclid may lack in raw power and rumble, it made up for in tightness, articulation, and refinement. Overall, though, I feel that the Euclid is more a mid and high-centric IEM. That makes for great vocals and excellent detail retrieval. The Euclid has a soundstage that I simply didn't expect on an IEM, much less a closed-back one. There is a sense of width and depth that had me turning my head at times because I perceived certain sounds to be coming from within the room versus my music. Instrument separation is a real highlight of the Euclid. Frenetic music is a great way to gauge this because you either keep track of the instruments or they start to blend together. In Jethro Tull's Skating Away on the Thin Ice of a New Day, I got a great sense of separation in the very busy second part of the song, where the bass, flute, guitar, and vocals all hold their own. And at the beginning of the track, you can hear Ian Anderson whistling and making tea. There are a lot of sound treats here, from the clink of the teaspoon against the cup to Ian Anderson's breath. The Euclid does a fine job of presenting this with a major amount of clarity and realism. So for my listening sessions with the Euclid, I opted to use CompliFoam ear tips, which I don't usually do, but I decided to give them a try and was really happy that I did. They're super comfortable and they offer an additional degree of sound isolation. So one thing that I found is the first time that I went to put them onto the nozzle, I kind of had to manipulate them a little bit, but once I did that, I found that I could easily slide them on and off. So I've got my ear tip on now, and I'm going to put the earpiece into my ear and kind of put it in at like a 45-degree angle and then just give it a little twist. The cable is wrapped around the back of my ear for a secure fit, and we're good to go. And also, when you go to remove the IEM, you don't want to just pull it straight out. Kind of do the same thing you did when putting it in and tilt it and gently remove. Now, comparing the Euclid to the Audeze LCD i3, which costs about $400 less, I think the two have a similar sound quality, with the LCD i3 offering a bit of warmth over the Euclid's neutrality. Both have a spacious sound. However, the i3 is an open back and has a much larger, atypically shaped earpieces. In that respect, the Euclid wins for portability in that you don't get the sound bleed that an open back has. I also compared the Euclid to the Meze Audio Rai Penta, which costs about $200 less. You may be familiar with the Meze Empyrean planar magnetic headphone. The Rai Penta is not a planar, but it does share some sonic similarities with its planar headphone sibling, the first of which would be some warmth. Compared to the Euclid, the Penta has more bass impact, think power versus articulation, and more energy, and it hits with some warmth and emotional impact in the mid-range. The Euclid, on the other hand, has a more bass-light, smooth, relaxed sound. To my ear, it also has more detail and that wide soundstage. The Euclid is a great option for audiophiles who want a convenient, closed-back, and portable planar magnetic IEM. The Euclid has a natural and revealing sound that's neither fatiguing nor analytical. I especially enjoyed the Euclid with complex instrumental tracks and slower-paced music. There was definitely a mid-high focus, and the Euclid might be bass light for some. I never felt like the bass was lacking, but it's not the highlight. Again, the soundstage is amazing, instrument separation is phenomenal, and detail and clarity are top-notch. If you enjoy listening to blues, folk, Americana, acoustic rock, or even classical, this might be your IEM. If you want to learn more about the Euclid, check out our written review, which we've linked to. If you have any questions, leave us a comment. And if you want more audiophile news and reviews, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching.